God!
God.
And we're back.
Da-da-da.
For the first time, all in the same room.
And it's really hot in here.
It is
Yeah.
annoyingly hot.
But now we're here. We can talk words. We could now hit each other if we think that what we're talking about is absolutely retarded. Yeah, like,
Right.
and make sure that you could hear it. Like, if you're gonna do it, then you gotta get your hand in the mic.
There you go.
Ah.
So today we actually have things to talk about, unlike last week.
So we do. It's
which is
impressive.
I think a step in the right direction. That's for sure.
Unfortunately,
Small
it isn't
steps.
VR porn.
Unfortunately, not.
Or the man on the B train.
No.
With the fact that the Q train just died this week.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we gotta talk about that.
All right, we'll talk about that after we talk about my favorite news of the week, by far, and that is Gawker filing for bankruptcy.
Rip Gawker.
Which makes me so very happy.
So what's the backstory on this? What is Gawker?
Ugh. I mean, I feel like
fill everyone.
I feel like most people know what Gawker is, but Gawker, if you don't know, is this kind of online blog. I don't want to say news because it's not. It's horrible. Kind of conglomerate that have banded together and kind of they have their own different things. They have a tech website, Gizmodo. They have a video games website, if you can call it that. Kotaku. They have other stuff. Just Evil, who's also pretty bad. They have anyway. Gawker is also a thing. Basically, what happened was they decided to publish a sex tape, and when they got sued to take it down and lost, they decided, you know what we should do? Not take down the thing, even though we've been ordered to by the courts. So then they got sued for a lot of money, and now they're filing for bankruptcy because they're assholes. So many things went right for us and not for them. So many things went wrong for them. And I was really happy when I heard the news because they're just terrible, and it's great. It's a very good thing.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Fuck. I can't sneeze now. I shouldn't have said it because now it's gonna be
Bless you.
stuck. You're welcome. So something about Hulk Hogan
Yeah.
being in part of the sex
This is
tape.
what happens when you fuck with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, seriously.
He kills you.
Don't
Yeah.
mess with the Hulkster.
Hulk Hogan got, Gawker published an excerpt of a 2012 sex tape featuring him, and the wife of one of his friends, who basically was a cuck, in the literal definition of it, like not even in a,
derogatory term.
yeah, it was just, his friend literally cucked him, and then filmed it and posted it on the internet because he's an asshole. My favorite thing is Theo, this guy who was exposed through there's this man who earlier was exposed by Gawker as being gay, like publicly outed, he had a family with a wife and children. It kind of ruined his whole life,
That's fun.
and he's funding this whole thing. He's been funding Hulk Hogan's lawsuit, and I love that he says it's not about revenge, it's about deterrence. Because he basically thinks that what Gawker's doing is bullying, which is true. They're assholes.
Yeah.
Nobody likes them. Unfortunately, the bankruptcy that they announced is Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which basically means that instead of shutting down, it's just them kind of protecting themselves and saying, hey, we don't have enough money, but they're still operating, they're still gonna publish stuff, and they've said that they're not going to pay. They said they're not gonna pay the amount that they owe, because I don't know, man.
Third time's
they're
the
bankrupt.
charm?
I
They
don't
lost twice. Are they really gonna keep going? with
No,
it?
but it's
Like,
to the point where it's contempt of court now, because like
Oh, really?
they've well, because they didn't take down the video when they were ordered to take
Yeah.
down the video by court, not by anybody else. So yeah, no, they're it's a whole other thing.
they're just doing what they do.
Yeah, which is being assholes.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
I agree.
Suit lad looks like a fuckboy.
So that. Oh wait, no, you should see the guy who went up on stand. Hold on, we'll bring that up.
Should we have the copyrighted ad at the top?
Yes.
Actually, it's an
Yes.
ad. They'd probably.
No,
It
they're gonna
was-
sue us for having.
It's a Verizon. They might.
It would be an issue if like people watched our thing,
That's true.
but they don't.
But this isn't even close to big enough that it really is an issue.
Oh yeah. No, they're gonna look in like 3 or 4 years if we're still doing this. They're gonna go through our shit and get us ruined.
Jalen was doing stuff for 3 or 4 years and nothing happened. I don't know if that means we're not gonna. We may not make
Clearly
it.
something happened.
I mean, like
He
4
got
subs.
views off of
Under
Minecraft
100.
Let's Plays.
Do
I
you
don't
remember?
know what he did.
Dude, that was pretty great.
So bad it's good.
Where?
So good, it's terrible.
I'm trying to find a picture. You guys talk and waste time. while I do
Alright,
this.
Wasting time.
let's talk about the Q train incident.
All right. So the train. Well, I think all 3 of us take it to school, right?
Yeah, there was a fire.
Oh, was there? I just knew that the train
Yeah, there was a rail fire, and basically everything was awful, and it's like almost every train. Because the Q train wasn't running, and the B train wasn't running because it goes to the same stop, and then the R train was running like fucking 2-3 stops. I don't know. It was a mess. There wasn't a single train that was running their own direction because of one track fire. And
Oh yeah, we also had that. There's earlier in the week also there's the falling debris at decal.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, when the trains just got shut down. Like, I remember I was on my way home from school with some friends, and we walked in, and like the entire platform's just gone.
Yep.
MTA.
Okay.
Get it
I
together.
found it. I found the picture. This on the left, obviously not the guy on the right, is the ex-editor in chief of Gawker, the asshole frat boy. I like that look. That's the asshole frat boy look.
He looks
that
like
he
a
has going on.
movie actor.
He does.
Kings, touch the color black, now you owe me a soda.
I've been leaning on the desk the whole time.
Doesn't matter, you didn't touch it after I said you.
Ow!
I've got my phone in my hand.
Okay. Moving on from moving on to more dumb stuff.
Oh yeah.
The PS4K was officially announced, and it's gonna play.
Oh god,
it's-
it
it's-
looks like a bus.
Well, that's a render. That's not. Hopefully not
This-
what it actually is.
It better not be. Just selling like school bus action figures.
Shout out to Linus Tech Tips forum for this.
We're shouting
post.
someone out?
Oh yeah, shout.
Well, because
I mean,
we're using their thing.
who did we shout out already? Grade A, under A,
Yeah.
Keemstar. He's gonna need the shout out real soon in the week. We're gonna have more subs than him.
Rip the gnome.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're releasing the PS4K, but it's ridiculously underpowered. It's
yeah.
it's like, I mean, considering what they've managed to do with the original, just the PlayStation 4, who knows? Because what they've done in terms of software optimization with for specific hardwares is ridiculous.
It's solid, but
Very solid. I mean, look at Uncharted, the latest Uncharted game. They can do crazy stuff with that.
yeah.
Like really good physics that we've had for forever in the PC, but it's like this stuff with.
Okay, but like they're struggling to run AAA games at 1080, 30 FPS.
Yeah.
And it's like The Witcher 3 for that. I do not see something with this sort of like terrible. Yeah, I don't see this
Coming
working.
closer.
Yes.
We
to the
gotta
microphone.
share like one
Yeah,
mic
this
and
is,
it's on
I'm
top
sorry,
of the
it's just,
computer.
there's some serious body heat. Like,
It's gross. It
Yeah.
was raining yesterday. It was breezy outside.
It was
now,
nice.
Yeah, today we came over. It's like 90 degrees.
yeah, yesterday was pretty great, and today it's like the worst thing ever.
in the summer.
But yeah, I don't think it's possible that the PS4K is gonna actually run
No, I agree
games
completely.
at 4K. Like, I mean, it could probably run the home screen in like Rocket League and such at 4K, but actual AAA games.
Is it worse than the PS4?
Yeah, no. Here we have the PS4 and the Neo stats. We found them up for a second.
Yeah.
It's better in every sense, in literally every way than the original PS4, but
It's not better enough.
It's not at all better enough. I mean, they had a 7850 basically, a Radeon HD 7850 in the original one, which is horrible. It's like a 2 or 3 year right?
It's old.
It's a 3 or 4 year old card that's outperformed by my graphics card on my computer, which is a 750 Ti.
God tier card.
Which is horrible. It's very budget, and if you're on a budget, it's great. I recommend it, although not anymore.
If you've got a pre-built that you want to turn into a gaming computer,
then you get a 750 hour or 950.
Yeah, honestly, it's pretty solid for that role.
But it's not at all suited for 4K gaming or 2K gaming. It's for 1080p, 60 frames a second with everything on medium, right? This isn't a powerful card, and it's about as good. It's actually a little faster than the card in the PlayStation Neo, in the 4K PlayStation, which is crazy, right?
It's insane.
It's
good.
Kind of ridiculous. It's
good.
Not going to be at E3 though, for some reason.
Probably because they're trying to make it better.
Yeah, but it's going to be higher. It's going to be more than $350. It's priced up.
Oh boy. Is it
Is
gonna be more than a Steam machine?
The PS4?
The PS4, yeah. Because if it is,
If it's more than a Steam machine, then you're screwed.
if it's more than a Steam machine, it might be able to help save the Steam machine, which is like the colossal failure that it is at the moment.
I mean, yes, but honestly, the Steam machine doesn't have that kind of home market, that kind of brand name
No, it doesn't.
that everybody else has. So, unfortunately, because I feel like if they managed to make Steam machines better, and if Steam OS were better,
SteamOS big picture mode is pretty bad.
big picture mode is really bad. A lot of people said that Steam OS isn't horrible,
It's not.
but it's just not.
I speak from a limited experience when I say it's not like the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
But it's not a fully featured PC either. And it's not worth the price, especially since for that amount of money you could probably buy or build yourself at least a decent computer.
Yeah.
Assuming your goal is to play games at like 1080 medium.
Which, I mean, is what a Steam machine is for.
Yeah.
It's trying to compete with. You'd be better off building yourself. I mean, it depends on what your budget is. But if you already have a PC, you'd be better off just buying a Steam Link.
Yeah, you probably would.
Yeah.
Also, the Steam controller, which I went out and bought, I gotta say, it's pretty terrible.
Really?
Like, I use it for Rocket.
Okay. I just like to say that a week ago, right? A week ago.
Basically.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome.
He's been praising it. He was like,
okay,
this is great.
So
this is
here's
best
the thing. I thought it was awesome, and there was just a really big learning curve on it.
No.
But no, it's just terrible.
Yeah.
I use it for Rocket League because even the Steam controller can't mess up one thumbstick and the buttons. But the touchpad, it's like a laptop touchpad because you have to keep swiping across it to look around. It's inconsistent. It slows down and speeds up. The haptic feedback makes it feel like it's gonna explode.
Because there are a lot of
pretty terrible.
There are a lot of games that cannot be reliant on controllers. Like even if you used an Xbox controller, they would still be bad because they just need that like your own hand sensible movement instead of a set sensitivity that you could put into a thumbstick. So
Yeah.
like you need to jerk your hand around and everything.
Honestly, I think I'm still mouse and keyboard all the way.
Yeah,
me too.
because the controllers.
I mean, aside from like set games like Bro Force,
I'm
or
gonna
Rocket League or
try.
whatever,
I really honestly for any kind of shooter, objectively, mouse and keyboard is
but
more
yeah,
accurate.
it does
You
make
know what I mean?
a lot.
There's no.
It just is more accurate.
Yeah, it's just the way that it works is better. Although, I mean, if you're playing on the couch or something,
I mean,
then,
yeah.
you
Look,
know.
controllers have their spot.
yeah, I agree.
I think they are better for some games. If you're playing an emulator of any sort of console,
Well, then you need
the
it.
controller is going to be way better. If you're playing, but even for games like Bro Force or Rocket League, I find them more enjoyable than a mouse and keyboard.
With a controller?
Yeah, I find those games more enjoyable. Like 2D platformers, I think really are just more fun on a controller.
So what seems to be the deal is that like family games that you could play, like
Party games,
yeah,
casual games.
casual
Who do you
games.
call a casual?
you know life World of Warships. I'm not
Dude,
trying
yeah,
to call
like,
you a casual.
you wanna call
It's not even
Yeah,
begin to get into.
I've got to get back to that kind of soon because, like, I'm Division 2. And if I win 3 more matches, I'll rank up. Or Division up or whatever.
Nice.
No one cares.
A couple thousand people who are in the tournament with me care.
Oh my
You're in a
god.
tournament?
Yeah, dude.
This
I
is
mean-
how you like make money at a young age.
Yeah, like,
It's playing in
Um,
video game
at the
tournaments.
end
Yeah.
of... At the end
And
of...
selling
Basically, the end of June, the top 5 ranks
In high school.
enter, like, a competitive tournament.
Nice.
Like, I just got to maintain my spot.
I mean, Division 2, you have quite a few divisions to fall before you...
Yeah, but
yeah.
the problem is, it's really hard to division up once you get to the higher divisions, because everyone's really good.
Right.
Also, you kind of get ass blasted by cross-mapping battleships.
Nice. I
Which
don't know
is-
what that means, but yeah.
You know what cross-mapping means. You
Yeah.
get cross-mapped pretty hard if you're not
Probably
careful.
not as hard a tournament as speed running a broken game.
Who's talking about Coog's talking about nuclear throwing because he's really salty, right? Because you made it to 3rd or 4th?
I made it to 3rd or 4th. It was
Semis. You
basically
made it to
a
the
tie.
semis.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, in the finals, the developer came and donated a shit ton of money. to the
Oh
pod.
yeah, I was basically not trying because I was going up against for anyone that is gonna be watching this from when I do a shout out or whatever, this dude Idiot was the guy that I was racing, and he was currently one of the best players in the world. And so I was just like, nah, fuck it.
Well, arguably, you're one of the best, too. I mean, you're humble.
Yeah.
You know, good. But
Idiot is pretty humble, but
Coog hasn't played for over a month, right?
yeah.
Let's say, and he's still in the top 20 in the game.
But that's because people, like, the game is dead.
Yeah.
When it was released to Sony, it went downhill because they stopped. I just gave him the win. That's what I'm gonna say. You could take it as something else. But truthfully, not really truthfully, I was trying my hardest. Not really though. And I just gave him the win. And right after that, when he was just like, oh yeah, I'll take a break before the finals, Rami, half of Lambier, the developer, donates like $500 to the pot. And the dude that was hosting it, Smite TV or Smite SA, because Smite is a big game or whatnot, he already had a set price for the people in the semifinals, and he couldn't change that.
That sucks.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Congratulations.
Basically. One last thing about the PS4K before we go.
Fucking Hulk Hogan.
The Neo games are supposed to the PlayStation 4K or whatever it's going to end up being called, the Neo, whatever, are required to run at a native 1080p minimum, which I think is great if it can drive them.
Can't.
Well, the PS4 has trouble with it. I'm gonna play devil's advocate and say the PS4K that's designed for 4K games will be able to run 1080p games at 30 frames a second, solid.
It'll be on low.
Solid 30 frames. I'm calling it right now. It's gonna get solid 30 frames in 1080p and 3 on 4K.
You know what?
But you know,
the PS 1080 wouldn't be terrible.
but they did. Hey, a PS4 with a GTX 1080 in it. Ooh.
I didn't mean it like that, but okay.
I meant it like that.
That would be like that makes no sense. It's like insane overkill, but okay.
But I mean, imagine like running Uncharted 4 on a PC. Like that would make me so happy if they stopped making Uncharted like a console exclusive.
Why are you listening to
I'm trying to. I'm trying to find good transition music.
That's
not transition music.
The crawling in my crawl will forever be the best transition music.
It's no. I don't want to. Don't play it in the podcast. This is very unprofessional. You
I don't
can't
know if
see
they could
this.
hear it.
They cannot hear nor see any of this.
This
They're
is
just
the
hearing
best.
stunned
Should I
silence.
play this?
Basically, what's
Please
happening
do.
is
These headphones are terrible.
Michael and
Yeah, the
and
left
Coog-
one's dead.
Michael and Coog are
It is.
dancing to
This.
that.
Don't make this stay in. This just has to stay in.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh, it smells gross in here now.
Yeah, cause
It smells like dude.
yeah.
I'm opening windows and turning on fans. Ah! Okay. Anyway, no.
No.
Anyway, moving on very related subjects. The GTX 1070 was announced, well, not announced, but was released today, or very recently. It was this week, right?
Yeah.
Officially released this week. For $450 for the Founders Edition, but $330 to $350 for starter third party
Yeah.
versions, which is great.
Why would the Founder Edition cost more?
Because they don't want to compete with their subsidiary, not subsidiaries.
Yeah,
with their,
You know, nice shroud you got there.
yeah.
It feels like 3 or 4 generations ago, Nvidia's cooler guy died, and they were like, we could just use this one again, and they never stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's very, I agree.
And it's like, I mean, I'm not saying AMD is better, but come on. Come on, Nvidia. For being the one that uses brute force hardware all the way, have a better cooler.
Yeah.
That is not a good thing.
Wow. On Amazon. Well, no, because on Amazon
only has the Founder, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's really new. I'd say give it a week or two and you'll miss fine.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Oh, look at the rating of the 1080.
Yeah, no, these are things that haven't really been released yet. But yeah, the 1070 is out. It's great, and it's for, I think, 380, 300.
Yeah, that's not
something like that.
That's not a bad price.
Under 400 for this card, which is better than a 980 Ti, which is basically a tiny step up from a 980 Ti.
Yeah, it's a good price for what it is.
For what it is, it's great. But I'm more excited about the R9 480 because that's sub $300 performance for a 390X.
Yeah. I mean,
similar
I'm hyped
performance,
for the 490X.
which we know nothing about yet.
Yeah,
I would be more excited if we knew more about it.
I mean, yeah, but as the AMD fanboy, I have a 390X. I think when the 490X comes out, I'm probably going to upgrade to that. Or maybe if the Fury X2 isn't stupidly more expensive and is better, like better enough that it justifies the price, maybe that.
Right.
But yeah, that is what I am going to do, and I'm pretty excited about that. I'm hoping for more VRAM.
Yeah.
100%. Like, in all the games that can take advantage of it, the 8 gigs on the 390X is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I
Like-
mean most are coming with 8 gigs standard now, right?
Yeah.
The 1080 has it.
Yeah, but
The,
what I'm saying is, like, I'd like 12.
1070 even has 8 gigs.
Yeah, I'd
right?
like 12 gigs on my...
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Titan X. No.
But no, I'm sorry, I want the card that isn't terrible.
Titan X is an amazing card, it's just not worth the money. There's a difference.
It doesn't perform as well as a 1080.
Yes, but that doesn't mean it's terrible. You know what I mean? There's
Okay.
like, it's
If you're taking into account price to performance,
yes,
it's pretty terrible.
then it's horrible. But as a card, it's great. You know
Also,
what I mean?
it was kind of the biggest fuck you NVIDIA has ever said to their customers
That is true.
in recent memory.
Yes.
Get it?
Oh my gosh. 3.5 out of 4.
3.5.
I give you a 3.5 out of 4 on that joke.
No, but seriously, they were like, hey, check out this next level performance $1,000 card. And then, like, 3 months later, they're like, check out this card that performs better and costs less.
Well, not performs better.
No,
performs
in
about the same.
In gaming, it would perform better because you could get higher clock speeds.
That's true.
And you don't. And 6 gigs of VRAM is enough, and custom coolers get way better clock speeds than NVIDIA's
That's
stock
true.
ones.
Custom cooling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me, I'm looking at like a 1080. I'm very what's the word? Yes, I was gonna say enticed. But tempted is better. I'm
Close
very
enough.
very tempted by the 1080 and all the custom coolers for it. But I'm not gonna be here for like 2 months. So I'm not gonna be using my computer. So for me, it makes sense to wait until September. But you know, it's like I get back in August, and then I'm gonna get back, and then I'm gonna wait a month in September, and then I'm gonna be there. You know, like it's a long
and then
wait.
apparently October for AMD's new stuff.
Rumored
October.
because they said technically it would be Q4.
Yeah.
Of 2016.
Yep.
Or even maybe Q1 of 2017. So like around New
Yeah.
Year's, which is far too long. Like if they don't launch in October, I'm getting a 1080 or 1080 Ti because going from a 750 Ti.
Like my performance at the moment is good enough that I can go until the next gen comes out.
For people who are upgrading from good cards, the wait is very much worth it.
Yeah, like for me, I really want to see what the 490X and the Fury X2 have to offer before I buy a new card.
Definitely.
But I can afford to do that because I can run games at 1440p at high settings and get good frame rate.
Ew. I mean, I'm surprised considering my monitor is 1440p, 144 hertz, and I'm able to run games not well, but I can run games on it.
You can play GTA with me.
I can play GTA.
It's passable.
Everything on low 1440p, which is impressive because I get above 90 frames.
It's solid.
I get a solid 60 to 90 frames.
Which, like, that's super impressive. Especially, I mean, look, it has its limitations. Like the time when we tried to have you shoot, but you couldn't render in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't render people far enough to actually shoot.
That was an issue because you have everything on low. But it's impressive to show how far. It shows how far we've come. It's impressive.
Yeah, it's solid.
Yeah.
It's really solid.
Like we've come very far. Like a few feet more than like most people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you seen that GIF where it's like Spider-Man shoots his web and it's like, and then it's like onto a girl's face?
Yeah, I was okay. Yeah.
I love that. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Okay.
Very
good.
relevant. We have to sneak in porn somehow.
Yeah, we do.
You know what I mean?
That
Like,
was
we have
that's
to,
a good GIF. Have you seen the one where like it shows like a million different Spider-Man doing it, and then it's like bop 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 bop. It's just every
that's
dude.
awful.
That,
I haven't seen that
I'm
one.
gonna send that to the Discord later.
Okay, send that. Last topic of the day, right? This is completely unrelated.
Or a quick side note.
Oh, quick
so,
side note first.
not what I have on my phone at the moment,
Good.
but Discord Mobile finally got an update. So
Oh,
there you go.
I didn't
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
Discord Mobile's actually pretty
Only
good
took
now.
them 50 years.
That's exciting. I'm actually looking for. That's good. That's
Yeah,
really
like
good.
especially since like, can we officially say rip Skype now?
Oh yeah, nobody uses.
Just
I mean,
so bad.
people use Skype. No, people use Skype the same way people use Google Voice, right? Which is as like a international calling thing, right?
How do you use Google Voice as international calling?
Google Voice, it's functions similarly to Skype. Is that you have a Google Voice number, you pay per.
Dude,
calls.
I've never used Google Voice.
Yeah, no, it's not like Google Now. It's completely separate.
No, I
It's
know.
sort of thing.
Like,
It's pretty deprecated. It's old, and they haven't really supported it anymore.
Like, I love Google Now, but I don't think I've ever used Google Voice.
Yeah, well, it's
Do I even have it installed?
no. It's a thing. It's it's good. It's useful, and it's useful for people who need to video chat. You know what I mean? Like, there's Facebook Messenger, but not everybody has Facebook.
Excuse you, S7 Edge comes with native video chatting, except it doesn't actually.
Oh yeah, we tried it.
And it doesn't actually.
It's probably
exist.
included with some fancy plan, honestly.
I have like the best plan I could get. You don't.
I have the 2.5 gig family plan.
Ouch! I have the 10 gig.
2.5 per person.
Okay, yeah, I have the 10 per person family plan.
But we're paying $100 a month though. We don't want to.
Dude, we're paying 160.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah, I mean,
look,
but
for 7.5 gigabytes, $60 is worth it.
For 7.5 gigabytes each, I think $60 is worth it. Plus, do you have Binge On or whatever?
Yeah. No. Okay. Yes, we have Music Freedom and Binge On. We have their compression, but not the unlimited videos.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I have everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, like, I learned not to throw shade or anything, but I learned that if you don't have the 10 gig one, they actually downscale your YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, I get everything full resolution, 1440, but that's because I've got the most.
Throwing shade at a phone company?
Yeah, I am.
No, I mean...
What are they going to do? Tweet about it?
T-Mobile's great. As a company, they're better than...
As an ex-Verizon refugee, I can say T-Mobile is pretty great.
Yes.
Being on every single company plan. Yeah, which one is best? What the fuck was that?
T-Mobile is probably the best, but still.
T-Mobile's far more consumer friendly. Okay.
Think a bubble just like came out of my mouth.
That's impressive.
Fun.
Next time we'll have a face cam, and we'll do that.
Can we not have a face?
Definitely not. Okay.
Because this is like the worst.
Oh no, everyone looks like ogres. Thompson probably.
At least I'm not a pizza.
Wow.
Okay, moving on, because we're not gonna... No, that's mean.
Roast mixtape coming out tomorrow.
Got roasted on Maymon's mixtape.
Apparently, AMD, both Intel and AMD's new processors, CPUs, are delayed.
So unhype.
Why are you hype?
I said unhype.
Oh, unhype.
Yeah, because I basically only use my computer for like light internet and typing and stuff and gaming, and my CPU is more than enough for gaming at the moment.
I mean,
you do on the internet.
Yes, but like it's also
YouTube and Netflix and chill.
Yeah, you're the person who built their own $1 million Facebook machine instead of buying one from Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have a graphics card that works.
I'm
yeah, you're more of the $1 million Facebook machine.
Yeah, definitely.
5820K and a 750 Ti.
Solid. No, but they postponed their launch until 2017 because the supply chain apparently has some bad inventory issues. And honestly, nobody needs a new processor because they don't have better performance, and you don't need it.
It's true. Like, new graphics cards are something that should happen once to twice, or maybe not once or twice a year, but once every 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
But like, updating processor, like, some of my friends have 2nd gen Intel i7s.
Yeah, dude, a 2700K still overclocks to 4 gigahertz.
Yeah, and they're running games
plus
just fine.
Yeah, you don't need it.
I've overclocked my processor, but I'm running it stock.
Yeah.
At the stock clock speed at the moment, with the idea that when it starts to slow down with age, since I've got a fully unlocked processor and a water cooler, I'll just overclock it a bit, and I won't really notice anything.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's an issue. It's sad, kind of. I mean, not sad, because honestly, it's good that they're building that kind of thing, but AMD is going to get forced out of the market because I mean, for people who are building new PCs, they're still very much the number one for very budget builds.
Yeah, if you're doing like one of the console killer HTPC, sub $700, I would take an AMD processor for an i3 essentially any day.
Yeah.
But really above $700, you're looking at i5 territory. And then Intel is just the way to go.
Although, I mean, who knows? Because it's like, I mean, it's kind of funny because like the 2700Ks now with the advent of the 1080, which was this massive jump, is just now starting to show its age. You know?
Yeah.
And like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
You know
but
what I mean?
it's been out for so many years.
Yeah, like you still have, you know, the 3000 series, the 4000 series, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
You have the
Like,
third, fourth.
I mean, the way I see it, I feel like probably my CPU, I've got a 4790K by the way, is going to be with me for the life of my build.
Yeah.
Because what I think is, by the time that my CPU stops being good enough for me, I'm going to need a new motherboard and new RAM.
Yeah.
And at that point...
Well, yeah, for you especially,
yeah.
because you're still on DDR3, which
Yeah.
isn't that big of a deal, but they've shown that it makes a difference of, like, you know, 2 frames.
Yeah, which, I mean, that's not enough for me to drop the better part of $1,000.
No.
And by the time I am going to do that, to upgrade everything...
It'll be 2020 at least.
By that point, I feel like it's going to be time for me to just start from scratch. So
Yeah.
I sincerely doubt I'm ever going to upgrade my processor. I feel like...
Except for maybe your PSU and your, you know, but like...
No, but like, I don't think I'm going to
Yeah.
upgrade my processor. I think that the next time I buy a new processor will be just for my next build, whatever that happens to be.
Yeah, no,
Because mine's more than good enough for what I'm doing, like even at start clock, and it could overclock if I really need it.
No, I agree. I mean, I have a 50 to 20K, so I'm still debating whether or not to kind of trade it for a Skylake build.
If I were you, I would stick with it, because multi-core support in the past couple of years has gotten better,
Yes.
and I don't think it's going to stop. And eventually, 6 cores is going to be useful.
Yes, that's true. The same way with I think it's you can make the same argument with I guess everything honestly, because you know at first you had hard drives and you never need more than 5 megabytes of storage.
Oh yeah.
And like we're not there anymore. But like even recent in like the past 2 or 3 years, 4 gigabytes of VRAM was considered
Yeah, that was
extravagant.
Like the 1080 had 4 gig, or the 980 had 4 gigabytes, and people were like, "That's a lot."
Yeah, and that was the most recent generation.
And now I can get like 7 gigs of VRAM used on my 390X
Yeah.
when I'm playing games.
Yeah, no, I mean like as recently as last year.
Yeah. So I think that like going for a Skylake i7 isn't going to give you much better performance. And I think it is going to hurt your future proofing. So if I were you, I would stick with it.
That's true. All right.
For anyone that was confused about all of that, so was I.
Sorry.
Rip.
All right. Basically, I have layman's terms. I have the pickup truck. I have a truck in the sense.
Boy.
You
Think
want
about
a
it this way.
truck?
Okay, no. In terms of processors, right?
Yeah.
You can have.
Dude, you've got like the Lambo.
No, think about it this way.
Yeah.
You
You
have.
a Glock in your water?
You have a track car. You have a Formula. Shut up. you have a Formula One, right? Which is this
How would
very
it
light
pick up on that?
race car
Yeah.
that's ridiculously fast and powerful, but it can't pull heavy loads.
Yeah, you're right. It gets it done. But it's not really a workhorse.
What I have is more like a very good, like I don't want to say pickup truck because that implies something that's slow.
Yeah.
And it's not at all. It's about the same.
Okay, better analogy.
Yeah.
I've got a sports aircraft. You've got a cargo plane.
Right.
Because you're not really slower,
Yeah.
but it is bigger and it can do a lot more.
Right.
Like it's much more of a multi-purpose thing.
Yeah. Actually, Marquise Brown Lee, MKBHD, did a great video
Shout
explaining
out.
this. Yeah, shout out.
Shout out.
Whatever.
Add them to the
Yo,
list.
it's really hot. Can we end soon?
Yeah,
Just like a
we're ending
fucking
now. It's our ending now.
Okay.
Yeah. MKBHD did a great video explaining this. I'll link it in the description.
Will you?
No one reads the description.
No one reads the description. Nobody's gonna make it to the end.
Like,
If you make it to the end, comment. Sorry.
Yeah, like if you
comment banana pancakes.
if you make it
Banana
for that
pancakes.
Comment banana pancakes if you've made it this far.
if you make it through that full like 10 minutes of not English, then make sure to comment.
I'm sure some people are gonna understand exactly what we're talking about.
I hope so. Anyway, thank you very much for listening.
We don't have an outro.
We don't.
Oh, I got a good one.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay, we'll just